Something a bit different today. I quite often get sent things for work and to help me with my job, and I thought you guys might be interested in seeing some of that. I think it would be kind of interesting for you to see how I use things from an interior styling perspective, but also you might be interested in seeing what I'm sharing because it's all interiors, and I'm thinking that's kind of why you're here. So the first of these videos that I'm doing is with Blendworth. Now this isn't an ad, they just send me this all the time. I mean, what a beautiful box. They sent it to me in December. I did share it on Instagram. And normally I just sort through things and then I use the boxes for other things, but this box is so lovely. I've kept it. It sits in my office underneath my plant that's just out of shot. So Blendworth is a fabric company. They do fabrics and wallpapers, and what they've sent me is their new Centenary collection. So they sent me a press release and then some samples of the wallpapers. So I'm going to share them with you. Now what they've done is really clever. They've got this big piece. So this is the life size, like the actual size of the wallpaper, and then below you can see they've got the different colorways, how it looks on a whole wall, so you get an idea of the repeat of the pattern, and then all the details of the names. I think that's such a good way to send, because normally you just get one piece like this, but this gives you a really good idea, and you can see the colors is actually on the wallpaper, so it's a proper feel. So that is lovely. This is so 70s, it so reminds me of my childhood. They also send me the Centenary brochure, which is lovely. They do photo shoots, which is obviously what my job is to kind of go into an empty home or an empty studio and create rooms. I didn't do this, I'm just making sure that's clear. I don't know who did this. I think Blendworth have in-house stylists, but then they will do shoots like this. So you can see, that's so funny. But look, ooh, now Blendworth, I think they probably send me their samples regularly because I love their velvets. I'm going to show you in a second. This is the shot that I got very excited about. This velvet is everything I love about patterns. Now, obviously, it's a really big box. There's more in here. So they sent me postcards with images from their new shoots, but then they send me the samples. Now, I got into interiors because I'm absolutely obsessed with fabrics and wallpapers. Tassels is actually how I started. One day I'll share you the story of how I got started in interior styling. But so I'm just going to share some of these. This one's called Plume. So they probably all come in different colors. Oh, hello. This is Plume embroidery. So can you see the shimmer? I'm facing the window so you can see me, because it's like, what is the time? It's 2:40. I still haven't had lunch. It's starting to get dark. So this is Plume, and then this is Plume embroidery. It's really hard to show you, but it's got like a silver, thread running through it. That would just look absolutely divine on curtains. That would just really show up. Then, see, I really wish we had, I always say I wish we had smell-o-vision when there's food and flowers and stuff. I wish we had touch-o-vision. This is Ricochet in Spearmint. This is one of their velvets. Now, normally I'm covered in the dog, right? Doing this job, you're normally covered in little bits of white fabric, little bits of, you know, the little bits that come off of the edge of the fabric. So, Ricochet and Spearmint. This is one of those. It's not a velvet. What is it? I don't know what you'd call it. It's soft like a velvet, but it's not a velvet. It's like almost like a brushed cotton, a chenille. It's got a little bit of a texture to it, a little bit of softness. Really lovely. Oh, this one's pretty as well. Orchard. Pomegranates, my daughter's absolute favourite at the moment. And then this one's Eden Palm. This is a linen, can you see? Yeah. Oh, it's quite good doing this in the window, you can really see. Okay, so that wallpaper comes in a velvet. So can you see the shine? So their velvets are cotton viscose. They are the softest thing you'll ever feel. They are absolutely divine. But just, can you imagine those as a curtain, just draping? I'm going to show you this one, the penultimate one, which is Seedling. Really lovely colourway. Again, is this cotton? This is a viscose linen. It's got a lovely, lovely kind of thread to it. Now this one is what I got really excited about. This one is called Kingdom and is in sapphire, and I'm showing you upside down. This is the velvet that I'm talking about. They're viscose velvets. Let's just double check that. Cotton viscose. So it's, I haven't got my glasses on. It's 56 cotton, 44 viscose. This is the picture I showed you in the brochure. So if I grab that again, this I picked up and went, oh, that's really beautiful. And then I saw it in the book on that chair and I thought, this one. I've got some club chairs in my living room. My living room is an ongoing saga because I see so many beautiful fabrics and wallpapers all the time that I am really struggling to choose one design or however many designs I want to put in my living room. But I really like mix and matching colours and patterns and textures, but I think I have to put this on my club chairs. I would show you them, but they're covered in throws. I tried to undo one. I did upholstery, which is partly the story of how I got into interior styling in the very beginning. I ripped it all apart and I put, I kind of wanted to take all the fabric off of this chair. It's got like base, the back seats are very, very heavy cushions and you can take them off, but the base is secured in with the wooden sides. And I can't work out how the whole thing comes apart, and I couldn't. So I've ripped this thing to pieces and it looks terrible. And because I haven't chosen what I want to do in that room yet, I actually haven't done anything. But I'm actually planning a really exciting feature on Inside Stylists. I get asked quite a lot about what's the difference between interior stylists and interior designers. I used to do events with EmmaMT, who's an interior designer, and I did a podcast with her, and then I did a whole thing about the difference between the two. And another friend, another interior designer called Lisa, Honeyball, I can never remember her name because I only remember her Instagram name, but Lisa is going to be coming to my house because I told her I'm overwhelmed by the choice. I kind of think I know what I would do. And she said, well, shall I come and have a chat and have a coffee? And then of course COVID happened and stuff, so it got put off. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down and plan the room as an interior stylist doing a room, and then I'm going to have her come and she's going to plan it as an interior designer, and then I'm going to do a whole feature about the difference between the two. So I haven't told Lisa I want to record this. I might do it as a blog post and just take some snaps because I don't know how confident she would be. I'm not confident, I don't know how happy she'd be with me recording her in my living room, which is so trashed right now. Not helped by a couple of days ago, I kind of mentioned the other day that I've changed my morning routine and I now get up really early and I make all the salads, I have breakfast, and then I go and sit in the living room with a blanket over my shoulder. The dog comes and sits next to me under the blanket, and then I work for a couple of hours and then I take him out, then I get on with my day. Now my day, I'm usually sitting down by about 5:30 doing my but the other day I knocked my coffee over onto the floor and it's carpet and it made such a mess, so I cleaned it all up, but I only have my little light on that's by my side table. And then I came in the evening and I went, oh my goodness, I really didn't clean it up at all. It's left a horrible stain. So I gave it a really good scrub. I put really good carpet cleaner on it, but the whole carpet it's threadbare in places because it's 15 years old and we've had 2 small children, now 3 cats and a dog, you know, a puppy and a kitten. So the carpet is just trashed and needs to go. So I'm not massively upset. I kind of was always saying I'd wait till January to rip it out, but I need a plan in place because it's too cold not to have floorboards, you know, like to have just floorboards. So anyway, waffling on. I do like to chat to you guys. So yeah, Blendworth, in case you wanted to know. I'll put a link in the description below of a link to Blendworth so you can go and have a look. And it was Centenary, the Centenary collection. I think I've just put it away. I've popped it all away. Yeah, let's have a look. I'm sure it was the Centenary collection. Yeah, Centenary collection. So they usually send things to me as soon as it's, well, they don't send it to me when it's going to be available. Normally they send it just ahead of time because when you work on magazines, you work 3 months in advance. So I would assume that this is a spring launch and will probably, if it's not out yet, it will probably be out March sort of time, March, April. Anyway, it might be on the website. Who knows? Go and have a look. Anyway, that's it for today. Hope that was fun and useful. Lovely chatting with you, and I'll catch you next time.